We're here with another Roll for Crit review of Highest Bidder.
Yeah, this game comes to us from an independent Swedish game developer, Sträckspelfabriken. I'm sure that's exactly how you say it.
Of course.
It is a simple bidding card game. It comes in this small little box you can see right here. We've got a little bit the setup laid out for you. As you can see, there's not a whole lot going on there that you need to worry about in terms of complexity. And there's going to be 3 paintings at a time that you can bid at. And you're going to have a hand randomly dealt of these different bidding cards. Some of them, yeah, go ahead.
Some have values, simple, just money, of course. However, other ones have different abilities. And you're going to be going back and forth playing them, things like cancel your bid, your opponent's bid, or play double yours, or things like that.
And the other wrinkle is that you have to decide in advance what cards you're going to commit to which painting. And then one at a time, each person reveals what their first card in order of how it's going to go. And the order of that can matter, because if you have a card that says, for instance, invalidates next bid or next card, it'll invalidate the next one.
Right, or mine is remove bid, remove a card that you have.
Exactly. So, and you have to put at least one card down towards each painting. So there is some strategy in figuring out what you're going to do there. There is also a lot of randomness. You might have a hand full of action cards or a hand full of money cards. And there's also, we should say, yellow cards in here. They're the advanced play cards. So those will add a little crazier effects.
Right, like the yellow bid ones would be like this one, which actually makes people lose points, whoever wins it. So it becomes sort of the reverse.
Right, right.
And then this one, which is you have to get closer to a target, more like Price is Right rules.
So there's some very interesting variation in that's definitely welcome. It's a straight up bidding game. Whoever has the most points wins. You play over a series of different rounds. We found that the advanced cards, I think, if you're familiar with any games, you can probably jump right into those.
Because they make things a lot of fun. I mean,
yeah.
Because usually it's not just highest, then you're like, okay, how do I get to 6,000, 60,000?
Yeah.
Or like the one that makes you lose points, you just look at each other and like,
what do we do now? They also have some variant play that I appreciated. For instance, one of the ones I really liked is rather than, as we said, getting a random set of cards between money and effects, you can get a distributed 5 of each, so that you're guaranteed to have a little bit more balance in that way. And sometimes you might like the more chaotic effect. Sometimes you might want to have a slightly more balanced game in that way. So I like that those options are present. There were a couple other ones in there that sounded cool. But overall, it has a good twist, I think, on the bidding mechanic that makes it feel different from other bidding games, and it's a good party style game. Definitely.
No, I mean, definitely when you play with more than 2 people, it became sort of this fun, hectic, because of the different abilities going around a circle. Like, I cancel, I double, you sort of just...
Yeah, a lot of things can happen. We should also talk about the artwork, which is very interesting.
Yes, by Perilla Lidgen. I'm sure that I'm pronouncing that one right, too.
A Swedish artist, and yeah, they're like... Some of them are abstract, some of them are just these weird kind of psychedelic landscapes of animals and nature.
They definitely stand out.
Yeah, very, it's always nice when you actually feel like you're kind of bidding on a painting rather than just a card.
Oh, we should mention the reason why there is a white moose is that this is actually a charity auction to save the white moose.
Yeah, so that's another thing is if you tie on a bid, neither player gets it and your money goes away. So
for charity.
That's a whole other wrinkle, is you want to not have the same amount of money as your opponent. So lots of fun, very simple. If there's anything that I didn't like about the game, there really isn't. I mean, other than it's simple and more a higher player count. It doesn't really work with even 2 or 3. You really want 3 plus. Even 4 or 5 is probably the sweet spot for it.
I mean, it still works, but I think that once you get there, that's when you have the fun chaos that we like. Of going around the circle with all those strange effects and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun to look at, fun to play, easy to introduce to people. It is for sale at the Game Crafter. We'll put a link below, so it's on demand printed, and not too expensive, and just a little box you can take wherever you go. So if you like bidding games, I think we both recommend it.
Yeah.
And check that out. And for more reviews and all that kind of stuff, you can visit our website, rollforcrit.com. Or if you've played Highest Bidder, we'd love to hear you leave a comment. If there are any other games that you'd compare it to or that you like better or worse for different reasons, let us know. Or if there's something that you want us to review for a new episode. Otherwise, I'm Jonathan Estes.
I'm Will Keeler, and this has been a Roll for Crit review.